trials, testing, and tribulation in this world. That's right. All of these are being used by God to develop us, and it is wrapped up into His sovereign, eternal plan. We must believe that as Christians, followers of Jesus Christ, believers and followers. So, let me break this down into trials, testing, and tribulation and give you some suggestions or recommendations as believers in dealing with this. We're all in this together, okay? So, as far as trials go, these are the hard things that we go through in life. It could be finances, it could be relationships, dealing with groups of people, situations that are happening that come unexpected, and hurricanes. These are things that are trials. They're the things that happen, and they come in many shapes and forms, and it's literally like going through a trial. It's an endurance thing, and it's a lot of things that really tax your and stress you and draw upon your patience. So that's what a trial is, okay? And testing testing is very similar to a trial, and God uses both trials and testing as well, and tribulation, to refine us. And so when I think of testing, I think in the Bible, when it talks about the Israelites, and there's actually scripture in there that what the Lord did, what God did was he allowed things to happen to them to test them, to prove and see what was in their hearts, to see if they were fully and totally devoted and committed to Him. And so that's what I see as testing. There are things that the Lord allows to happen so He can develop us. And also, Peter, one of the apostles, talks a lot about suffering and testing and trials. And James, his brother, James, the brother of Jesus, talks about trials. Remember, he said, count it all joy as the trials that you go through. And so there is a purpose in all this. There's a purpose in the trials and the testing. And then tribulation. When I think about tribulation, I think more about problems that are brought on by other people, by the devil, by the world, by these entities that are hostile to God. And so they're also hostile to us. And yes, God allows all of these things, okay? Let me talk about that a little bit and encourage you, okay? So, regardless of whether it's trials, testing, or tribulation, our response should be pretty much the same, and that is to endure the trial, the tribulation, the testing as a discipline, but also as the Lord developing us. And I know that it's difficult. We can always say, oh, yeah, what I'm going through is something the Lord is using to develop us, but it doesn't seem like it's good at the time. It doesn't seem that it's beneficial. And so we have to allow the development, God to develop us, and it's a process of going through these things. So God will use them to make us more steadfast and trusting in Him, and we will be overcomers. So the thing about all of these things, about testing, trials, testing, and tribulation, is that it's all woven into God's plan. He's sovereign. He knows about it. He allows it. He allows these things to develop us. And so in developing us, He has a plan to make us stronger, more committed, more devoted, and also to be a witness for Him. So I hope that you got something out of this. I know that every day we're going to have trials, testing, and tribulations. So bear it up as a good soldier of Christ. Bear it up because He's developing us. He's making us more like His Son. God bless you.